This is a black and white rendering I did back in 1993. I went in school library. It's done in pen and ink and pencil colors. A little pencil colors, more like a black pencil color, and then pen and ink and pencil. I'm going to color this up. I've already started on it. So I'm putting original color on this print I did years ago. And this is what it looks like right now. And I'm going to finish doing the grass right now. And the first thing I do for the grass is I put a little yellow on it. It represents the sun. I'm going to do this real quick. And after I put a little grass on, a little yellow on the grass, I'll turn around and put a little red on it, which also represents some of the sun. We will eventually get to the green, but these are all the colors I put on, base colors I put on the grass before I actually get to the green. And then I'll put a little orange on there. I don't have my orange out, but let's go ahead and go to the green. And as the grass goes back into the back, it might get a little bit lighter and gets a little darker as it comes out. I also have to remember there's cloud shadows going on that I need to think about too. Adds a lot of interest to the drawing. So once I get it all pretty much greened out, I'll make it a little darker where the trees are, so pop the trees out a little bit more. See, the trees are popping out a little bit. And as soon as I get a little green, I'll go past, this is an asphalt area, I'll pass that and start on the grass a little bit more. Pop that out a little bit. Can you starting to see the grass come out? Okay. I'm going to put a little orange in it. Which will represent some of there's a lot of spectrum of colors that the sky gives off that you have to put in here just to add some interest to the drawing. You can see I'm sort of putting some orange in the grass area. And then I'll come back and add some more green. I'm skipping over the asphalt road areas right now. This is a olive green I'm using. You can kind of see that I've got a sign in the middle of this, kind of depicts what the school is all about. I'm just going to color around it and pop it out a little bit. Then I'll take a little brown and actually do some cloud shadows, because the clouds actually give a shadow, and I'll go over the asphalt with that. You can see it's starting to add a lot of interest to it. Try to stay as loose as I can. Okay, I'll put a little more green in it. And a little more cloud shadows. I've got some shadows already outlined, so I'll just go over with a little brown. And I'm constantly changing colors. Now I'll heavy up a little more green. And kind of pop the foreground trees out a little bit. Put a little more green in the background. And I'm actually going heavier as I go closer to us. And normally the rule of thumb is you go lighter as you go away. And I'm getting heavier as I get to the grass that's closest to us. I'm bearing down more on my pencil colors. And you can see I'm kind of popping out these little foliage in front of us. There'll be shadows underneath there. So I'm bearing down on the green, and then I'll come back and put a little brown in it. Get it a little bit darker. Then these shadows, the trees are also going to have shadows. I'll come back with a little brown on those. And I'm casting all the shadows to the left. And you have to be consistent on where you cast shadows in the pictures. You can't have some going to the left and some going to the right. And I'll put a little brown on the shadows crossing the road to pop those out a little bit. You can kind of see that the pictures, as long as I keep changing colors, keep being aware of what I'm doing, the picture starts looking more and more interesting. You can see the grass is starting to look a little interesting. And I'm darkening things as I go a little bit in the back to pop out some foreground things. And you need to be consistent too with your strokes if you're using pencil colors. Make sure I'm using horizontal strokes. You don't want to come in with a vertical stroke. So horizontal usually is very good for grassy areas. And I'm getting darker and darker as I go along. And I'm putting a little orange in the middle here to show that there's a sun that's beating down on us and warm the picture up a little bit. And you can kind of see the difference now between this grass and the grass that I have here. Very interesting. I've got some lighting areas, I've got some shadow areas. I'm constantly changing photos, I'm constantly changing colors. Put a little darker green where the shadows is with that brown. Try not to use any green over gravel or concrete areas, because that's usually gray or red and yellow. Even blue, sometimes I will use even blue. So we're getting close to finishing this grass area. I'm going to put a little more yellow in the concrete area here, gravel area. I'm going to put a little more yellow out here in the grass a little bit. Once I mix the yellow with the green, it'll give me a nice green heat, sort of a yellow-green hue. Put a little more yellow out here in the gravel. Lighten it up a little bit. Put some yellow out here on the top of these hedges. Once you get that yellow in there and start mixing colors with the green, it's very interesting. Almost looks like a watercolor. Put some yellow out here in the foreground. Put a little more yellow in the grass. Yellow, orange, brown, green. Those are all the colors I like to use for grass. And it's starting to look pretty good. I can actually go up here and start working a little more on the trees if I want to. Since I've got the green thing going. Be aware of the strokes that you're using.